Hello Bookbellas and fellas, Kira here, and today I'm going to be discussing the fantasy books that I hope to get to very soon. I don't know if I'm going to get to them before the end of the year, that is being a bit ambitious, but I do hope to get to them very soon because they have been on my TBR pile for a little while and I don't want to have them on there for much longer because I really want to get into them. So the first series that I am really looking to get into is N.K. Jemisin's The Fifth Season. I have heard so many good things about this. I heard that she was the only person to win a Hugo Award 3 years in a row for 3 different books, and it sounds amazing. From what I know about this book, it is about these people who have a 5th season, and it goes like in cyclic pattern, and this is the 5th season, and something's happening to where the world is actually going to be ending. Now, this book is something that I am very excited for. I have heard so many good things about it, and I haven't gotten to it yet, but it sounds amazing. And I do love fantasy books, especially ones like that are kind of like have an apocalypse sort of feel to them. And I'm so excited to be getting to this one soon. One of the things like that kind of caught my eye like while I was going through this book was the dedication that she has in here, and I thought that was just so amazing. The dedication says, "For all those who have to fight for the respect that everyone else is given without question." And that just makes me even more excited to read this book. So the next book that I hope to get to, and I'm kind of late to this train because this is a super hype train. Everybody talks about this book series, and I am just so excited to get to this because there is just so many people who've said this is poetic and it's very lyrical, and I love lyrically poetic books, and that is Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. Apparently like this is about a girl who speaks many languages, and once again I am not super familiar with this. I like to go through and read the synopsis of a book, and if I'm interested in it, then I will go full in and I will get the entire series so that I can binge read the series, because I love reading series that have all of the books already out for them. And then after that, I don't really like to know too much after that because I like most of it to be a surprise. But I do know that I am very much looking forward to this book series and another one that I hope to get to very soon. So oddly enough, I have an author on here twice, and this author is coming out with a book next month that I have been hearing so many great things about. But like I said, I usually like to wait until I have the whole series before I start reading them because I want to be able to immerse myself. And I don't really like not finishing out a series because I don't feel like I can properly have a feel for that series until I read it from beginning to end. Now, I don't know if that includes short stories or not because I usually do struggle with the short stories, but I like to know everything as far as like the main storyline goes before I actually tell you how I feel about it, because sometimes like some of these books, like they have a really strong beginning and strong ending and the middle is not so great. Sometimes the middle is great and not so strong beginning and strong ending, and I like to have a full picture of all of the books before I make an actual opinion about a particular series. So the next book that I have on here, and I've already pre-ordered the sequel because of what everybody has been saying about the series, and the synopsis of it sounds really interesting. This is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor, and I have heard so much about this. This is the UK hardcover edition. I bought it last year when I heard about it, and I haven't gotten around to it yet because the TBR pile struggle is real, guys. So real. This is about a guy named Laszlo Strange who is a specialist on the city of Weep, and he gets contacted by these people to go to the city of Weep. And because he knows so much about the city of Weep, he is considered an expert. It's got a lot of mythology to it. It's very immersive. I've also heard that it's very lyrical, and I am very excited to get to this soon. See, a lot of the series that I haven't gotten to yet have had so much hype around them, and I want to know what all this hype is about. When I got to A Court of Thorns and Roses about a few months ago, I had heard so many good things about it. I wanted to know what that was about, and the hype was so real on that series, and I really enjoyed that series. And so this is another one, of course, by that author that I need to get to very soon, the Throne of Glass series. I hear it has assassins, I hear it has some romance in it, I hear it has a lot of action, and who doesn't love assassins and action and romance and all the other good stuff that's in it. I'm very excited to be getting to this soon. I've had these books on my shelf for a couple of months now. I actually just broke down a few months ago and ordered them off Amazon. I have to read these. I want to know what it's all about. And with the last book coming out next month, I am really late to this train. I need to get on it, and I need to get on it soon. So the next book, I have read quite a bit by this author. This is supposed to be like his #1 series. This is supposed to be the best series that he has written. This is supposed to be the series to read if you're a fan of him. And I've read a lot of his other stuff, but I haven't read this because I've been working my way towards it. I read Warbreaker, I read Elantris, I read his Steelheart series, I read quite a few other things, but I have not yet gotten to this. And that is the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. I hear that these people eat metal, and that's how like they get like a lot of their abilities. And it just he always has these really unique premises for books and magic systems. And I love the magic system. I love the magic system in Warbreaker. I loved the magic system in Elantris. I loved both of those so much. I loved his Steelheart series. I have been reading his Stephen Leeds series, which is a little bit more contemporary, but it's still really amazing. And they're also coming out with the last book for that. Actually, they've already come out with it in the UK. They're coming out with the last book, I think next month also, for the Stephen Leeds series. And that particular series is really amazing too, especially being more of a contemporary feel to it. I have been kicking myself. I'm probably going to be kicking myself for quite a while after I read this that I didn't get to it sooner, because I've heard nothing but amazing things about it. I'm geared up for this. So the last fantasy book that I haven't gotten to yet, this is also part of the big hype train, and I have read some of the other books by this author. I've read the Smoke and Bone trilogy, Leigh Bardugo, but unfortunately, I have not read the Crooked Kingdom series yet. What is going on with me? I heard that this is a heist, and I love heists. I loved Ocean's 8 when it came out. Like, that was just a fun female heist. And this was, I mean, I've heard so many good things about this as well. I love the sprayed edges so much. And if this is anything like I think it's going to be, I'm going to have a great time reading it. I loved the Smoke and Bone trilogy, that whole Darkling thing. Like, oh, I mean, anybody that's read that series knows exactly what I'm talking about, but I am so here for this. So those are the books that I have that I really want to read as far as series go. I don't mind doing buddy reads. If any of you guys are interested in doing any buddy reads with me regarding any of these books that are coming up, I would so much love to do that with you. I am wanting to experience like these books for the first time. I want to experience like this with people, you know, who have either read them before, or I want to re-experience like them with people who are experiencing them for the first time. I am very excited to read these books, and if anybody is interested in doing a buddy reads with me, let me know and I can send you my email. I would be so happy to do that. And anyway, these are the series that I hope to get to very, very soon, and I hope I get to at least a couple of them before the end of the year. But I'm kind of torn because October is coming up, and I don't know if I should start on some of those series or if I should start on, you know, like some of my spookier reads, because, you know, it's Halloween time and it's like my favorite time of the year. And I love the spooky stuff. I love the horror flicks. I love the horror books. I have quite a few Stephen King books that I have not yet gotten to. But if you guys think that there is a book in here that I should get to before any of the other books, also leave me a comment regarding that as well. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me for this. If you guys like this video, please hit the little like button, hit subscribe, hit the little bell icon if you'd like to receive emails every time I post. And as always, I will see you again very soon.